Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. It is I, your trusted Dungeon Master, welcoming you to another edition of our Dragon's Demand run through. You know, I really don't have a lot to say for this intro because honestly, episode 46 left us in the middle of a combat with an accuser devil. And not only that, but we got Valadir taking the room temperature challenge, kissing that stone floor, wondering whether or not we're going to see him come back alive or whether or not Junior's going to have to roll up another character. Well, you know what? I'm just as excited as all of you, so I don't want to waste too much of your time, but I want to remind everybody out there how they can get in touch with the show. Remember, we're out there on all those social media footprints that so many people love because it's such a non-toxic environment. Yeah, right. Anyways, follow us on any one of our podcast apps: Apple, Google, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeart Radio, Amazon, Audible. You Audible? I do Audible. Anyways, we are out there on all those awesome platforms. Remember to leave us that 5-star rating and review on whatever podcast app you listen to the show on. Don't forget, we have a YouTube channel, Roll the Hard 20. Go ahead and subscribe to us and hit that little subscription bell, ding, 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 so you never miss when we drop an episode. And lately, we've been doing a lot of multiple shows. We've been doing Delta Green and we've been doing the Dragon's Demand, and I think we got something else kind of in the works right now too. Just waiting to see how that all pans out, so I don't want you guys to miss any of those episodes. So in case you don't follow us on those podcast apps, check us out on the YouTube channel. Sorry, my voice is getting a little frog. I'm so excited. I can't wait to do this. Well, let's not waste any more time. Warm up your dice and top off your glasses. Roll the Hard 20 podcast presents episode 47 of our Dragon's Demand run through. Get that devil.
It's our fine Russian friend.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Hello,
mic
Dad.
check. Does this sound? I just want to make sure it's not on my headphones.
I don't hear the dogs, so there's something wrong.
No, they're quiet right now. But does that get louder or no?
It sounds fine.
Just a little bit.
Sounds
It came a
fine.
little louder, but it sounds good.
Are you using your
No, I'm trying to avoid using the mic on this one. But when I plugged in, it said it changed options. I just need to double check and see.
it might be speaker output that it changed it on. Like where
Headphones output.
the output is through the headset and the
We're-
input is still through the mic.
Yeah, I'm seeing my settings. Everything's good.
So is mine, apparently.
Yeah, what happened?
Yay!
So much for updating, huh?
Yeah, what a nightmare. Monterey cheese. Let me tell you, you're basically rolling a die anytime you've got to contact Apple specialists. Sometimes you roll a crit fail, and then you got to roll to see if they hit you. Apparently, the last person I got, though, hats off to her, Alexis. I don't know if you listen to the show. Probably don't. Of course, she looked at all my shit that was on my computer. Anyways, she rolled the hard 20, and I appreciate her banging that shit out. No pun intended.
Good.
But we managed to figure out what was going on.
Dude, all this
Good.
banging, laying pipe, all this talk. Whew, it's getting me hot.
Getting thirsty?
I was just gonna say, I will, because they had back and forth on Discord. Short of doing a bunch of stuff at command line, potentially, it would probably be good to update OS, not reinstall, but upgrade. Da 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 da. And he goes on, Chris, man, you're like a hacker. I'm reading this. I'm like, I don't know what he's talking about, but he sounds great.
Yeah, Chris spent like an hour and a half, 2 hours with me yesterday, and all I could say was it was great talking to my friend.
I wish
Because it
would have
didn't
been
do
under,
a fucking thing for this computer.
I wish it would have been under other circumstances, honestly.
I know. I was in wig mode. Even Brandy, she's like telling Allie, "Don't talk to your dad. Leave him
Yeah,
alone."
you were in a mood yesterday.
Oh man, I was like,
I was trying to help you, man. I really was.
I
but
totally appreciate it. I appreciate it.
I would have spent the rest of the day helping you.
I appreciate it. But even in the rest of the day didn't do me any good. And I talked to a couple different Goombas. I wrote their names down so I could burn them over some kind of an effigy with boiling rum, possibly. But
Boiling pot of oil.
And suddenly, our trusted DM Brian multi-classes into Witch Doctor.
yes,
When did this take an action?
Voodoo doll.
poking a voodoo doll is a free action. Are we ready to play some Dragon's Demand or what?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
do it.
I've been thinking about this all week. I'm ready to rock and roll, dude. When you said we might not play, I was so sad.
Well, here we are, finally.
Mm-hmm.
Greetings, fellow slingers. Welcome back to Roll the Hard 20 podcast. It is I, your trusted Dungeon Master Brian, and with me, the Hard Slingers.
Yeah.
Episode 47, our Dragon's Demand run through. As always, before we begin, a little bit of love and business. I am a big fan of actual play podcasts. I follow a few of them. I like to listen to them and laugh. And if you know Roll the Hard 20 podcast, we're pretty funny too. So there's a couple ways you can express that enjoyment of listening to the show. As always, tell a friend. You know, if you like have friends that love to laugh and have a good time, tell them about the show. If you have friends that are down in the mouth and they need a boost, they need that laugh, we're your show. Number 2, follow us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast. I hate to be a shill about it, but we really don't see a lot of traffic over to that site, and it would really be helpful to have you guys join the fellow slingers out there in the world. Come, give us a listen. Give us a listen.
And not only that, but if you join the Patreon and you would like for to talk about like some other way that we can correspond, or like if you have questions, it helps us. We can answer them directly and are much more able to on Patreon too.
Yeah, our good buddy Gary Kilgore said he's going to send me something. Hopefully you liked the last episode and I didn't treat him too bad. I hope it's not ticking when it shows up. You know,
What's his name?
Gary Kilgore.
Okay, I thought you said Darren Kilgore.
No.
And it's a guy I work with. I'm like, what?
I wonder if they're related. I mean,
That's
you
his-
know what a common French name that is, right?
That's his good version. Yeah.
That's right, his alter ego. Maybe he should be sending that to you, Chris.
Yeah, maybe.
So, where are we at now?
We just beat the demon and we
Oh,
were
where
walking
I'm
out
at.
of Hunkley's Manor. And
Well, enough remorse.
Found that money?
Let's venture on into the damage that's being done right now. Now you guys are getting through this AP, but it actually seems like the AP is probably working its way through you guys. Starfish first. How do you guys feel about this? I mean, what do you guys think is down the line?
I
next?
I feel like our good let's see, I think our good cleric / bard / who knows what's next is going to be getting the brunt of that. So I think you should go first.
You should always die with a loot in your hands. Now, you guys obviously didn't have an opportunity to listen to the last episode because I haven't put it out yet. So, but I do know what goes on next. And Valadir, you are up to start making your death saves. So let's do that right now.
Right. Ho. Nat 1.
That's 2 fails there, Valadir.
That's 2.
I need to show you guys, by the way, I think somebody was confused about where everybody is located on this map. So you got Stubby in the hallway just outside the door with one of these fluffy, like clayish type entities right in front of him. Warren, you're just inside of the door with one of those as well. We have the little devil in the corner of the southeast corner, still hovering. We have Dempsey right next to him with one of those clay creatures. And we have Valadir face down. You notice to see a little X? There he is right there with the V, with one of those little thingies as well. Warren, you're currently up now.
This creature that is adjacent to me is actually also adjacent to the creature fighting Stabby. Is that correct?
They're within 5 feet of each other.
Awesome. I pull out my rapier and lunge forward at him as flame sparks off of my blade.
Okay.
That is a 14 to hit.
That will hit.
Awesome. So it is going to take 8 points of piercing damage, 2 points of fire damage, and then flame is going to arc off of it, and 3 points of fire damage is going to strike the creature engaged with Stabby. And apparently it didn't like that as it...
No,
pulls
you
out
hear
with
it
a bark.
howl out in pain. It's hard to imagine that this altar planar creature can even feel something like that. But the one you actually did a lot of damage to kind of looks at you like shambling along, but it's still vertical. Would you like to do anything else, Warren? You wanna stick around there?
No, I'm gonna just make sure that my back is against a wall so that I cannot get, like, if one peels off from Stabby, I can't get flanked.
Very good. You see this devil in the corner. You are having all kinds of fun now. You see it wave its appendages, and you see this spray of grease shoot out across towards the 10-foot section right in front of the door that leads into this room. All kinds of fun now. And it actually starts to move along the eastern wall to about the midpoint of that wall.
Does he
Right next
move
to-
outside of my range? Do I get an opportunity
Oh,
attack?
yeah. Okay. Take that opportunity attack there.
I'm gonna hit Valadir again, probably.
Now curb
Does-
stomp him.
Yeah.
Finish me off.
Does a 14 hit?
Who,
That does
Valadir?
not hit.
Swing and a miss.
What else you got for me? You want to go chase him down?
Is it my turn?
That's still your
Does
Well,
no,
that
it's
was
not.
that
Sorry,
was
sorry.
outside of?
turn. No, that was. Oh, okay, got it. Attack of opportunity. Stabi. You've got this creature right in front of you. You actually have this wooden door too. If you just want to close that door, lock it.
Nice.
So you
Lone
said,
survivor. One
so
man.
you said that this guy, or the devilish little buzzy in your ear guy, he shot grease out of his hands, or grease-like?
Yeah, so like a greased spray to basically coat the 10-foot square in front of that door on this side of the door, or the room's side. So that doorway is actually 10 feet wide. So you figure that 10 feet plus the 10 feet square leading into the room, which is also where Warren and those two creatures are occupying right now.
And the creatures are also in that spray.
Yes, they're in it as well.
And Warren's in the spray as well.
Yes.
Okay. I am going to attack with my I'm going to switch to my rapier because I'm within range. I'm going to attack with my rapier.
Okay.
Let's see, rapier. That is going to be a 21.
That's going to hit.
Okay. That is, I'm going to roll damage. That is 1d8 plus 3, which is 10. But I also get sneak attack because Warren is flanking this bad guy.
Well, I'm not
that one.
flanking, but I'm adjacent to it. Because it should, or am I? I'm.
The way how I had it
Same
was, let's see, let's look at this awesome diagram here. I have you right here, Warren.
Mm-hmm.
Then I have one of those creatures right here, and then the other creature is just inside the doorway, and there's Stibby right there.
Okay, but so that creature that Stabby just stabbed is basically adjacent to me then by
Yeah,
that.
yeah. So that
Okay.
you get an understanding.
So yeah, you would get sneak attack then.
I'd get sneak. So I did 10 points of piercing damage with my rapier.
Yes.
And then another 2d6. So for another 6, so I did 16 points of piercing damage.
And that was the one
Perforate him.
that Warren had hit in addition to the one that he was currently encountering with. And you see this thing pierce and just crumple to the floor. The you're like letting this steam out of it. What
Like
are
a
you
little-
doing? Leave my people alone. Let my people go. Do you have anything else, Deuce, to be?
Yeah. How many feet? Or how close am I? Can I move away without attack of opportunity?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because they're at this point they're the only other guy would be 10 feet away from you, even though Warren had been positioned like the point of a triangle.
Okay. So I probably should have asked you this sooner. Right, you know what? I'll finish my action. I'm done.
Okay. Dempsey, would you like to finish off Valadier?
Yes. I have a very important question for Valadier. Do you have
He's
any
dead. He can't speak
potions?
to you.
Well, okay, I have a very important question for Junior. Do you have any potions that I would be able to see
That I can
I
take.
on your belt? Yeah, I'm gonna
No.
rob you too. You have nothing.
Just in case you don't make it. Do you have any loot for us? Unfortunately, I do not.
My thought was I could give you a potion and shield you from the dude next to you. So I
But
got
you
Valadier.
are the dude next to him.
Yeah.
You know, I have this. This is kind of funny. I hate to break the momentum here, but on the last episode, there's like when Dempsey's getting ready in the hallway, and you say, "Yeah," and I just hit and I go Valadier, and I'm joking, but like 10 minutes later, you actually hit him.
You're a master of foreshadowing.
I
sir.
am. I totally am.
So in front of me, Valadier on the ground, and then right behind that is the what are these things again? They're like demons,
Like bees.
No, they're
They're
more
like,
of like
mini bees.
Yeah, they're medium-sized fiends that are they're really slow and goobish looking. Let me see if I can pull up a picture really quick so you could have some kind of a context to what this slob looks like.
They're basically like any horrible ex-girlfriend you've ever had.
Yep, there she is, love of your life.
Yeah, I remember her. She still got my favorite shirt. All right, I'm gonna move up
Gotta
to
cry
the
into
fiend
something.
that's next to Valadier. Give it a new target, and
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Now there's
I'm gonna
two
attack.
fiends there though. You know,
Okay,
there's
so
two of them.
one. There's one. I mean,
So
is there a
if
way
you-
I can get in between them so that they don't hit me, or they don't hit Valadier? I mean, I don't want him to take another critical hit.
If you move to attack the one that's next to Valadier, you're gonna get an attack of opportunity by the one that's next to you.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I want to make myself a target because I don't
Okay.
want them to
Well,
hit
you are
him.
now.
And yeah, let's
Well,
do
he's
it.
only going to get one hit on you anyway. So as you separate from the one that's next to you, he rolls a 1. So
Does he hit his friend, motherfucker?
we're going to find out right now because he's floating up in the air.
Yeah.
16 actually misses the one in the air.
All right.
'Cause he lumbers and kind of spins around and fails miserably. Dempsey, you
I think
intercede.
Dempsey just so angry because this is happening again. So he's going to move up. Guy goes to hit him. He moves out of the way, and he's going to take a swing. That is going to be an 18.
Oh, that's going to hit.
All right, I'm going to expend a superiority dice. I add the superiority dice to the attack's damage. It has to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, great. Let's see what's this slob's. Oh, this ought to be great. 4.
That's versus 13, so he's tripped.
Okay. You see,
He's gonna.
it. Give me some damage as he hits the floor.
It's gonna be 11 damage.
11 damage.
And
As
then
he lays down on the floor.
I feel like he just like hooks him behind the knee with a kick and just like pulls him up so that the thing falls down. If these things have knees. Bonus action, he's going after the other dude. That's gonna be a 20. Dirty.
That's going to hit him as well.
Guess what? Make a strength saving throw.
Damn, MVP.
Dude, we like came out swinging on this turn of
10.
combat.
And so he falls down too, and he's gonna take 11 damage.
Dude, they both took 11 damage. Holy shit. So they are both on the ground. You have anything else to do?
He just screams. Ah! At both of them. He's just so fucking mad. Make this fucking save, Valadier, please.
So the one that you just tripped uses his move action to stand up right next to you and then tries to attack you.
Do I get an opportunity attack on that for the stand up? Okay.
13?
No.
Is that one hit?
No, sir.
What about 18? That's going to hit you.
18's gonna miss. Or it's gonna
What?
meet. It's gonna meet.
Oh, well, that's good enough for me. 5 points of bludgeoning damage. You're a boxer. You should be able to take that.
Yeah, just flattens his nose again.
The other one that's on the ground next to Valadier stands up. And that's half his move action and actually starts moving towards Warren, which is only going to put him about halfway across the room.
Now, can I try to hit him?
No, because you had moved from him to go to the other one. The one next to...
But that's not an opportunity.
No, not from there. No. In fact, you knocked him down and then you left him to go get the other guy.
Okay.
The one next to Warren, whom didn't get killed, is going to try to attack... Yeah, try to attack you though, Warren. It's 18 on the die. That'll be 21 to hit. And the other one is 8. So that'll miss for 4 points of bludgeoning damage against the magic user. And that's all he's going to do. He's not going to go anywhere else. He's going to stay there. Valadier.
All right, let's see.
Come on, please.
17.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's one.
oh.
That's
You got
one
two
for the
fails
board.
and one. All right.
Can Dempsey just yell like, Stabby, Warren, do you have a potion? We got to get this man up. Just throw it to me. Hands like this, son. Got you with my eyes closed.
Warren.
I mean, I just have this creature in front of me that just needs to die now. So he's just going to get stabbed with a rapier. That is another 14 to hit. It takes 10 points of piercing damage and an additional 2 points of fire.
And you see it pierce and crumple and... What's that? What was the last part?
Fire. 2 points of fire damage.
And that lights him on fire, right? As he falls to the ground in this grease.
I mean, it's fire. Oh, God. Great.
So, what is this? Gosh,
Yeah,
darn.
do we even have like a round before that happens?
We have in the entire 6 seconds.
I was going to say, is grease flammable in this universe?
It totally is. Let's roll the dice.
It totally
Warren.
is. Okay.
You versus me straight up.
Oh, okay. Straight up, huh?
On the hard 20.
I don't.
Right in to get it, people. Suck that wiener.
I got a natural 1.
Oh, shit. So this thing immediately engulfs in flames. You take 3 points of fire damage on this round, and for every round you stay in it, you'll take another 6 points. You hear this. You saved my time. So the whole front of the doorway, the whole entry is just completely engulfed in flames. Just. In fact, it's his turn.
like a
He doesn't
Backstreet
even-
Boys video.
Doesn't even bother with Warren. He looks at you, Dempsey, and he says, "Make a choice. You or him."
He just does like, bring it. Bring it. Do your worst.
To him?
To this. Yeah, some of that.
Yeah.
A little bit of South Side love.
Make a dex save as you see this fire emit from his hands.
17, son.
Oh, good job. So you will take...
Rolling hot tonight.
Yeah, you are. Proud of you, man. Oh, where's my thing? Hold on a second.
Easy when you lie. Oh.
Shh. Don't say that out loud. You will take half of this. Where's my other d6? Oh, what a horrible roll for 6 points of damage.
What spell is this? Just
Burning Hands.
for fun. Okay.
He begins to move to closer to the northeast corner, which puts him in direct line of the doorway as he tries to get closer to Stubby. Dempsey, what would you like to do? Oh, I'm sorry, Stubby.
How far is he away from me?
25 feet away, but you're behind a partially closed door.
Yes.
And a bunch of fire.
Yes.
I guess I could try to piss out the flame, but I have a tiny little bladder. I don't think it'll do any good.
Making a steam room.
I can't see through the flame at all at this point.
No, right now it's just... In fact, it looks like it may be threatening the wooden door itself as well.
If I was to throw, or if I was able to, or if I threw something into the flame, would it, what I threw in there, would it consume the flame entirely? Like,
Probably not, because there's an accelerant that's being used right now, which is the grease itself.
Okay.
So it'd have to soak up all the grease as well.
so I'm considering, if I was to use my wand of web, would the web potentially be enough to soak up the accelerant and the rest of the flame and burn it out?
I've never even heard something like that before. I'll tell you what, we'll give you a percentage chance on that. We'll say 75% or greater. So a 25% chance. So what are your 2d10s?
Okay. How, from the flame, how close are people to the flames?
Warren's standing there right now until he gets a turn.
Okay, I don't know that I want to do that because the wand of web is a 20-foot
Well, you can
square.
keep him there if you want. That's cool.
No.
Come on, Spider-Man. I saw this in No Way Home.
That's right. I can shit this web out my ass.
Okay,
Well,
Toby. I actually watched that last night with my roommate.
Which one? No Way Home? That's with Magneto, right? Or is that the new one? Which
You and
one?
I are
I'm
going to
thinking
have
Far From Home.
words after the podcast, sir.
Hey, I'm an Andrew Garfield person.
man,
I'm
it's
one
a-
of those. So whatever.
It's Dr. Doom's in it, man.
So I may have to sacrifice a party member to save the rest of us.
I agree.
Well, Valadir's already down.
Pick that one. The scary one.
Okay, so I am gonna go ahead and use my wand of web.
Because I already picked this one.
Well, hold on, I haven't committed yet. I'm going back and forth whether
All right, hand off the chess piece, man. What's it going to be?
you know what
What are you
I
going to do?
can't take any actions. I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
No,
Can I
Lordy.
recommend just taking a dodge action at least?
Plus 4 to your AC.
Well, no, it's not plus 4 to your EC. It means that anything that targets
Disadvantage.
you
Disadvantage.
has disadvantage.
Yeah,
If you have to
disadvantage.
make a reflex save, then you have advantage.
Yeah, that's a good call out. Yeah. I'll just use my one action. I won't even take my bonus action. I'll just use my combat action as a dodge then.
All right, combat action it is.
Look at us working together like a team.
I know.
Punching guys,
See
putting
it.
them on the ground.
Tragedy that you guys all die in this one room as a team. Dempsey, what would you like to do? You've got one of these creatures standing literally right next to you. The other one has risen up and has started to make its way towards Warren.
I'm going to try to do a medicine check. I'm going to try to stabilize Valadir.
Now, I don't think you can do that while something's threatening you, though.
Can I not?
Can you do that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
There's very, very few things where if you take a specific action, you provoke an attack of opportunity.
Okay, go ahead.
Now, the way I do it is probably by kicking him and being like, "Get up!" So
1d4.
DC 10 medicine.
Didn't have it on your sheet.
I so want to lie because I could, but it's a 9.
9.
Yeah. So,
Sorry,
but
mon ami.
I'm going to use my bonus action to do second wind. So I'm gonna regain some hit points.
Okay,
and,
good.
That's my turn.
Okay.
I'm so glad that you are a man of character there.
Well, as you regain these hit points, you see this lumbering mound of a creature work its way towards you and swing both of its club-like fists at you. One of them will miss, and the other one will miss as well. 3 and 3 does not count for shit. The other one finishes making its way towards you, Warren, walks right into the fire, takes 3 points of damage, and actually dies. You see it.
Nice to know that these things are not as bright as they could be.
They are totally stupid. They got a -1 to their intelligence. Valadir.
Come on.
Come on, man.
What's it going to
Come
be, babe?
on.
All right, let's see.
Oh, come on. Big Nueve.
15.
There it is.
2 and 2. Bases
2 and
loaded.
2.
Warren.
I mean, there's just this giant thing that's buzzing around, right?
Mhm.
Were there any of the summons that are still up?
No.
Okay. I'm just
I'm sorry. There is one.
okay.
There is one.
And it's adjacent to Dempsey.
Yes.
I'm just going to attempt to blast this thing out of the air with an Eldritch Blast.
What, the summon or the devil?
The devil.
Okay.
That is a 19 to hit.
That's going to hit.
That is going to be
You
8
sounded
points
like
of
you sounded like the thing for a second.
Yeah.
8 points of fire damage and another 2 points of 8 points of force damage, 2 points of fire damage, so 10 total. And then I'm going to get out of this fire.
Okay, where are you going to go?
I will still stay in the room, but I'm gonna kind of try to keep a point where if this devil tries to make a dash for the doorway, it's going to provoke an attack of opportunity from me.
Okay. Sorry, where'd you say you went to? I got to mark you on.
Out of the fire, but in a spot where if this devil is flying towards the door, making a bee line for it,
I
it's
don't
going
want
to
to assume where you're going to go, so you tell me where you want to go. You're right here.
Okay, yeah, but that whole area is on fire, right?
Yes, this square right
Okay, so I'll basically be at
here.
that.
He's
at
right
the-
here.
Okay, so I'm going to be out of the fire between him and the doorway.
Okay, so back where you started against the center of the northern wall.
Probably a short ways out, like 5 feet out from the wall.
Okay, 5 feet away from the northern wall. So
Okay.
you're almost direct line of sight with this dude then.
Yes.
He sees you there, and he says,
You killed my little friends. Make a dex save.
and you see the same gout of flame leave its appendages again.
That's a 15.
15, that will do it.
We got him on the ropes.
So you're going to take half of this, 5 points of damage. And there's nothing left to burn on the ground, so.
He's alright.
And he starts making it, he flies towards the middle of the eastern wall where he was originally at. Again.
Okay.
Stabi.
Flame out.
It's starting to die down. It's still dangerous to cross, especially for your little moped legs. But yeah.
Can I see through now, though?
Yeah, but all you really see is the top of Warren's head.
Like, is that a prison joke?
Probably the only time a halfling is going to see the top of anyone's head.
Ouch. Shots fired.
Man,
I like to report a murder.
that was a. Does anybody have any aloe? Because I just got burned.
Make a saves.
Did I? So I can only see Warren's head, but I can't even see further into the room with the flames dying down.
No, because even with the flames dying down, you're still only looking through a portion of the doorway because it's still not all the way open. And
Okay.
all you could see is you saw this creature, this devil, briefly pass by and then just disappear.
Okay, I'm gonna take
6 points of damage.
no.
You will if you touch that fire.
So question. So I get an action in combat, but I'd also like to use an unarmed strike and kick that door open. Can I do both or only one?
You can just push the door open. It doesn't require like a...
Dude, let me have my moment. I want
Yeah,
to
do the kung fu,
Do the
man.
Kung Fu. Okay,
Oh,
go
yeah.
and roll for it
Door
because I
open.
can't wait for this to
Do
fuck
this
up.
shit.
Here comes the 1.
What do I need to roll? 20?
It's the AC of the fucking
We
door.
still roll a d20. Yeah.
Yep. Plus my dex.
Strength.
Strength, yeah, 11.
11. It actually pushes the door open up.
SWAT kick.
But the question is my unarmed strike is still considered a attack action?
No,
Or it's just an action. Okay.
it's just
Do I now have a
for the purpose
a-
of opening up this door. Yes, it's just an action.
Okay.
You flamboyantly opened the door.
to just give me my moment?
I did, but you want me? Okay, fine. It's a full round action. You're done. Moving on, Dempsey.
It's so good it intimidates everyone in the room. Like,
Yeah.
you're gonna
What do
be
you want?
next.
You want me to give you your action? Just take the action.
It's
Okay, what
taken.
else do you want to do?
Okay. Do I have a clear line of sight to the
You
buzzy
do
dude
now. Yes, you do.
Ooh, here I am. Blah, 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 blah.
It is so hard when you use that voice, man. Okay, so I'm going to switch to my short bow. Or is Warren on the other side of the creature, or do I have direct line of sight?
Warren is directly across from the door, about 10 feet into the middle of the room. Well, like from east to west, and 5 feet away from the northern wall. This creature is 20 feet away to the other side of the room against the eastern wall, but 15 feet down.
Okay, so Warren is not in my
No,
path.
he's not in your path.
Okay.
You were actually concerned about hitting him? My goodness. I thought you were chaotic neutral.
Wow, that hurts, man. You're being tough on me tonight. Is Warren
Hand him
within?
that lanolin, would you?
Is anybody within 5 feet of this guy? Dempsey
No.
or Warren? Okay. All right. So I'll just take my straight attack action with my short bow. So I switch to my short bow. And that is going to be, that is a 24.
That's going to hit. Today
Okay.
that will hit.
And that is going to be 9 points of piercing damage to his tiny little face.
You shoot the wood at me.
You got anything else to do?
No, I'm done.
You don't want to like flamboyantly kick the door closed or anything? No. Dempsey. You
I
got
feel
one of
like-
these
yeah.
things right up on you.
I feel like this is the exact opposite of the last combat. We're all rolling good. We're in good spots. I'm gonna do what I did last time. I really want him to live. So just try the medicine. Okay, that's a 16. So I stabilize
So you
him.
stabilize him. So you no longer have to make death saves, but you still have 0 hit points.
So I'm just gonna scream again. Do you have any way to heal this man? Can I look? Like, does he have a pack?
I do.
No.
Fist
Yeah,
in the
right.
mouth.
Dude, he's the only one who can expend spell slots to heal people.
We ain't got shit. And none of us came in with potions.
So I have 2 targets. I've got Dempsey, and I have the downed Valadier. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for Dempsey, 5, 6 for Valadier. First strike on you, Dempsey, for 13. Second one,
Wait. So that's a miss.
that is a miss.
All right, we're gonna do a superiority dice to take
Riposte.
Yep. So it comes in. Please God, let me hit this fucking asshole. All right, so that's gonna be a 16 to hit.
That's going to hit.
Yes. Okay. All right, that is gonna be 9 points of damage.
As your fist plows through the face, the back, you just see it crumple and just drag your arm down.
Yes.
Why?
He turns and looks at the bee, and he's like, "You're fucking next."
So Valadier, you're no longer making death saves.
Oh, thank God, because I don't think my luck was running out.
Let's just see what would you have rolled. Let's just
All
roll
right,
it for the
let's
fuck of
see.
it. Let's see what he would have got.
11.
Okay.
Oh, that would have
That's
made it.
cutting
You
it
would've
right
the same
at the
thing.
wire, though.
Yeah.
Good.
So Warren, what would you like to do? Because Valadier can't do shit.
No. There's still just the one last little summon guy wandering around.
No, they're all done. Actually,
Oh,
you know
they're
what? I want to roll back just briefly with Valadier for just a moment.
Okay.
As you've reached this threshold of death,
Mm-hmm.
what was the last thought that went through Valadier's mind?
Valadier was concentrating on attacking this demon thing, and all of a sudden, pop! And his eyes just roll back and lights out.
He had no thought of like green fields or playing that lute.
No,
Thinking
no.
maybe you should have started with the lute. Warren, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
You're
your
good.
momentum there.
No, I'm gonna stand there for a moment and like I have my rapier in one hand. I've got like magic spinning around my fingers in the others. I'm like just kind of like breathing heavily, like looking around. Like there's scorch marks on my robes. Dempsey, is he going to live?
Not for long.
I don't know much about medicine, but let's see what we have.
I think he's confusing who's going to live. You know that thing's still alive, right?
Oh, no, is it?
Yeah. Yeah,
I
all the
asked
summons,
that.
all the summons are done. He's still alive.
Oh, okay.
It's like we're gonna do a little mid-combat RP. I'm good with it. Let's do it. We just stop and have a chat.
No. Okay, no.
Is there
this
any
thing
way we
is-
can get brewskis over this and just go,
No, I thought
Some chips and salsa.
Dempsey just took it out. No, that thing's gonna get another Eldritch Blast,
Okay.
2-for-1 margarita night, baby.
right?
Value
Oh,
for two.
hard 20.
Oh,
Yes.
oh,
Get it.
back that up.
Okay, so that. Oh, ouch. So
You heard
that
yourself
is
backing it up.
that is
Back
21,
into the wrong thing.
21 force damage and 2 points of fire damage.
God,
And you
damn.
see its thorax just burst into a
Yes.
pulp against the wall as it's struck by this blast, and it just kind of slumps down and begins to slowly start to like emulate emote. It turns into flames. It just starts catching on fire, and the ashes just start crumpling down on itself till there's just this oily soot on the stone floor. The rest of the room's quiet except for your panting. Get that margarita now.
Yeah.
2 for 1.
I think Dempsey just looks at Stabby and he's like, "Thief! You have potions. Give us one."
I do have an unknown potion still in my possession. I do not know what it is.
Where did you find this potion at?
Oh God.
Oh, geez. I think way back in the Kobold lair.
Mm-hmm.
Or actually, it might have been all the way back in the tower.
Let me ask you this. Can you describe its color for me?
It was blue and kind of cloudy.
Cloudy. Okay. That's right. All right.
It was cloudy blue. So,
Okay.
hey, Dempsey, I have this cloudy blue potion. I don't know if it's healing. I don't know what it is.
All right. He's like, give it to me. And he takes it and then he holds it in front of Warren. He's like, what is this? You know magic. What is this?
I have looked at this before. Give me a moment. I will see if I can notice something that I missed. I would like to make an Arcana roll.
Definitely.
That's not horrible. That's a 14. I don't know if it's enough to identify this. Can I at least identify if this is a at least relatively beneficial potion? Like,
It
it's not going
looks
to
like-
kill him.
It looks like at one time it may have been a potion of healing,
Mhm.
but it looks like it's been compromised to a degree.
It's now a healing. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah.
I just shake my head to Dempsey and says, it used to be a potion of healing, I think.
What
I
does
think
that
it may
mean?
have
What
been-
happens to a potion?
Well, a potion is the sum of its ingredients. When there are other ingredients that make its way in there, it is no longer the potion of what it was created to be. So it may still work to a lesser effect. It may not work at all. It may do something completely different. Potions, unless you follow a very specific recipe, can vary greatly. And they are not my specialty. My specialty is burning things and blowing them up as I gesture to the detonated corpse of this devil.
And his own robes.
You know,
Wonderful.
this potion and this talk and this scene, it reminds me of that scene in League of Extraordinary Gentlemen where the guy at the end takes all of Hyde's potion. He takes too much and he turns into that freaking guy with a big old hunchback. And nobody seen it?
I never saw it.
No,
I remember.
I've seen it.
With Sean Connery? Oh yeah.
I still think we should do like a League of Extraordinary Gentlemen AP where we all play like a different, like I'll be MacGyver and one of you guys can be Harry Dresden. Somebody could be RoboCop.
I was watching this clip of Sean Connery and Barbara Walters was asking him, like she's all in his face, you said it was you would rather hit a woman with an open hand rather than a closed fist. He's like, oh yes, I still agree to that. Still haven't changed my mind.
Let me show you. So what do you guys think? Should we give it to him?
At this point, unless you're planning to carry him out of here, Dempsey, I think it's our only shot at him surviving. At least right here.
I say we do it.
Okay. Who's going to give it to him?
I
Minister.
will.
Oh,
Oh,
you gonna daintily take it?
I'm going to not drown him with it.
Okay.
Okay. Let's you and I
Oh,
roll a
shit.
d20 against each other.
Oh dear. Again?
Yes.
Because this went so well last time.
6.
17.
17.
Yeah.
You give him 1 point of healing. Had I won, it would have been negative.
Negative.
In the
I was gonna
negative.
say he just explodes and we take reflex save.
So your eyes flutter open, and you just see these motley band of comrades looking down, all bloodied and just worked over. And there you lay, all princess-like on the stone,
Sweat dripping.
Yeah. Missing a few teeth.
What happened? What it was fighting, and all of a sudden,
I wouldn't call that fighting. I'm just telling you right now, that was not fucking fighting.
came in hot.
Yes, unfortunately, I think some of us came in a little too hot. Anyways, it is fine. We have dealt with the devil. Let's take a moment and gather ourselves, and then I think we are finally done with this manor.
We need to get out of here.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I think on the whole way out, Dempsey's just apologizing. He feels so horrible that he hit him. Total accident. He's just a complete, moron. I just get so excited.
Oh, it was you?
No.
I was going to say, you didn't even know, dude.
Yeah.
I would have played it off.
He's an honest person. And stupid, so there you
To
go.
a fault. That's what they
Yeah.
mean, to a fault.
Yeah.
That was you?
We go to Grey Hands. You buy me rounds.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So you guys make your way, I'm assuming you guys are making your way out of the manor at this point.
Hell
Yes.
yes.
Yeah, post haste.
Warren, you have the books that you procured that other people don't know. You've got your ledger of all the stuff that you've itemized and taken inventory of, basically, so you could give it to the Baroness and let her know, hey, this is what we saw. You don't really have to know what the value of it is. You just need to inventory the items and stuff. Okay. So you guys come out of the manor. It's probably about 3:30 in the morning. You guys haven't been in there that long. When you first came out with Flint's body, it was nighttime, dark, and then you guys decided to go back in with your new buddy. So as you stand at the door of the manor, looking out across the way and everything, you know that to the south from where you are is the Baroness's manor. You know that to the west, over the bridge that over the old quarry road, will lead you back into Belhaim and all the places that you've been to. But there's probably no place open other than the one inn that you guys originally had gone to. So what would you
Well, we
guys
also have
want to do?
reserved rooms there,
You do.
except for poor Valadier, who's probably the one that needs to lay down the most.
We can let him use Flint's room.
And that was the
but-
Wise Piper Inn, by the way. For those of you following along with your own map, that was number 5. Is it number 5 or 3?
Is that where
Number
Dempsey
4.
was staying too?
Number 4. Yeah, that was where you were staying originally when Heinrich came and got you to go report to the Baroness.
I feel like before he joined this party, like you guys were down at the breakfast buffet and you kind of like crossed paths, maybe like touched the same hot sauce, but he like wasn't part of the crew yet.
Yeah, it's possible. I mean, you guys could have been talking to the proprietor there. What was her name?
Lua.
Talia Oram.
Talia, that's it.
Yeah, the one who owned and ran the place.
I look to the others and say, I don't think that the Baroness is going to be particularly pleased to get woken up this early. Let us wait until at least the sun is up.
Read.
I believe we could all use a rest.
Yes, find me this cot. I need to lie down.
We have a room you can use.
All that laying down
Valadier.
exhausted you, huh?
Damn right.
And then I will go ahead and start walking towards the Wise Piper Inn.
Okay, and as you guys make your way through town, it is completely quiet. Even as you go past the blacksmith, I mean, it's pretty rare that you haven't heard those hammers falling. That's been one of those most consistent sounds throughout Belhaim, no matter where you are in the town. To some degree, whether it's greater or lesser, you always heard a ting 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 ting, kind of like just marking time to the point where it's more disturbing to not hear it. You guys make your way past the livery stable, make your way to the Wise Piper Inn. There's a few. I'm sorry, were you raising your hand?
Yeah. I think at a point you also pointedly see Dempsey put the cloak on. Like as we start getting closer to town, he just kind of like covers up and continues walking, like pointedly covering his face.
So you guys keep making your way towards the Wise Piper Inn. As I said, you enter and you see there are a couple sconces that are lit along the walls. intermittently to keep the light low for anybody coming in so it's really diffused. Make your way up to your rooms without any molestation whatsoever. You guys enter your rooms.
Mhm.
They're exactly how you left them.
Good.
Whose stuff is this? Sorry, I couldn't say that with a straight face.
It's like none of this stuff fits me.
Oh, that is our companion Flint. If you wouldn't mind leaving that in a corner, we will ask the Baroness to deliver them to his next of kin.
Yes, I understand.
So as you guys settle in, the adrenaline finally starting to leave your body. Eyes start to shut. The hours start ticking by. Probably about 6:30, you begin to hear footsteps along the wooden floors. One of them stops right in front of your door, Warren. You hear a knock at your door. Who's bunking with whom, by the way? Are the three of you together and Dempsey in his own, or is that how it was last time?
Was Stabby and I sharing a room?
I think you guys were sharing a room last time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Then you would probably be with me, Valadir.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you hear a knock at your door.
Step
Warren.
brothers, we got bunk beds, son.
So much room for activities.
Yes.
Sorry.
Are you done?
I could keep going. I had more.
I got a lot. I could do the whole
Oh, okay.
movie.
Sorry.
You're done now. Warren, somebody's knocking at your door, for fuck's sake.
I will get up, glance over myself once over, and then go up to the door and just say, yes, it was quite early.
Hello, this is Heinrich from the Baroness's manor. She is requesting the presence of you and your friends.
Of course. Will you tell her that we will be along shortly?
Of course, that is what I am, of course, a messenger for you. You pay me so well.
He works his way a couple doors down, knocks on Dempsey's door.
We didn't order anything.
The Baroness
What's up?
requests your presence, Mr. Egan. And
Okay, okay.
your friend who is staying the night with you. When you both are presentable, please come to the Baroness's house.
Okay. We'll be there.
What time is it at this point, by the way? Is it
6:30 in
dawn?
the morning.
6:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
You hear his footsteps begin to fade away as he leaves the second floor, makes his way down the stairs, and that's all you hear from him.
Okay. I will get up, like if there's a water basin, splash some water, and I will also like once over myself with prestidigitation to make sure that like, you know, all the soot and grime and God knows what else, devil guts, are no longer on my robes. And then I will go and prod Stabby awake. Like 10 feet away from him with like a mage hand poking him on the shoulder.
Wait, what? What?
Mage hand.
Freaking this pan.
Got a strong mage hand.
Who's touching me? Who's touching me? And I got one of my hands on a dagger, and I kind of come to my senses, and I look over at Warren and see that he's looking at me from like 10 feet away, and I'm kind of confused as to
Little ghostly mage hand.
He's
like
the
just kind of
grumpiest little
waves at
halfling
you.
I've ever seen, man.
Right? It's because he's not getting nearly enough breakfasts.
yeah.
He needs to have his breakfast, his second breakfast,
Elevensies.
right?
Warren, why did you wake me?
Because we've already been summoned by the Baroness.
Ugh, her? Seriously?
Well, if we want to get paid, we should.
You know how I
probably
feel about her.
Does
I
that mean
don't-
you do not want to get paid?
No, I do want to get paid, but I don't like the way that she talks down to us.
Agreed. I'll tell you what. When you are nobility, then they will talk to you evenly.
I'll let you
But
do
they'll
it.
always look down on you.
Did we say
I'll-
she was
Put that out there.
played by Michelle Pfeiffer? Is that right?
Who's that? The Baroness?
The Baroness.
The Baroness.
Is
I
that
believe
what
we
we
said she was played by Michelle Pfeiffer.
You know how I feel about her.
Oh, shit. Snap.
I think, in contrast to Mr. Warren, you see Dempsey get up and he like rubs his teeth with like some rag. That's like his cleaning. And like then he proceeds to put it on. It's actually his wife beater. And then he
The
puts on
rag?
his armor. Yeah. And he's just like sniffs under his arms, like "I'm good."
Balladar, you want to freshen up?
Yeah. Drinks, like fills up the basin with water and like splashes his face and then like drinks the rest of it. He's like, all right, let's go. Cracks his hands.
So
And,
like
let's
You
go.
missed the
so
spot.
Dempsey comes out into the hall and like Warren looks over at him and like stops and is like, no, hold on, one moment.
What?
And just gestures head to toe and like little like magic sparkles start going from head till toe to his toe, and like as they go down over his armor, like grime falls off, it becomes, you know, a little polished. Like the horrible like body odor is removed.
The beard actually looks nice and trim now.
Yeah.
There's a little bow in his hair. He's like, I feel like I'm going to church. Yeah.
You
So
look
as you guys
good.
exit
Took a
the
haircut.
Wise Piper Inn, first thing you notice is that the sun is starting to come up. And the way it's coming up, the first thing that the light shines on is the Baroness's manor, being in the east. And on this hill, it just almost gives it that golden, majestic look. Take a breath, smell the moisture in the morning, and it's a new day.
Yay.
Day to
And we're all
start.
level 4, right?
What's that?
I said we're all level 4, right?
You are. Thanks for
Ooh.
spoiling that for me. I appreciate
Oh, I was totally bullshitting. I'm sorry.
that. It's okay.
I was totally bullshitting.
You wake up and you smell the moisture in the air. It smells like a new day. You just have this feeling of strength about you, something that was you really lacked in the last combat, and you just know deep within yourself that you've reached that new pinnacle of level 4. Yes, good job, Dempsey. And after that, we will
Yay.
catch you guys next session.
Woo!
I really thought we were gonna die, guys. I was
I
already
really
like
thought
planning a
that
new
idea was gonna
character.
die.
Fucking close. Thank you for joining us once again on Roll the Hard 20 podcast. Remember, you can find us and subscribe to the show on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeart Radio, Amazon Podcasts, and Audible. And if you like what you're listening to, leave us that 5-star rating and review. We've also got a YouTube channel at Roll the Hard 20, so if you're into watching, head on over there and hit that like bell, and don't forget to subscribe. We can also be found in the wild on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, so don't forget to check us out and look for us out there. You can also contact the show directly at rollthehard20podcast@gmail.com, or head on over to the website at rollthehard20podcast.com, where you can also download the current show directly and view our archives and galleries. We got a lot of interesting stuff posted there, so head on over. And finally, join us on our Patreon page at patreon.com/rollthehard20podcast, where you can become a hard slinger and pick up swag. So until next session, keep your dice warm and your glass topped off as you roll those hard 20s.